Today we'll do sums, different types of sums, different types of problems based on the concept what we discussed in last video, that is integration. So on integration, based on integration, we'll do sums today, and let's start. The question we have, evaluate this one. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to find out the integral of this function with respect to x. Okay, so differentiation के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, if we have the power, so what we are doing, we are just multiplying the power and then वो power का हम one x add करते हैं, power हम एक बढ़ाते हैं, sorry एक माइनस करते हैं, कम करते हैं. So here what we have to do, first of all we'll add 1 to the power and then the current power जो रहेगा उसको will, that power will divide. Okay, see how it will work. So what we have to find out, this function 7x minus 2 का whole square, we have to find out the integral of this function with respect to x. So 7x minus 2 whole square to the, and we have to find out the integral of this function with respect to x. And so what will be the value, 7x minus 2, this value का power increase होगा, because in differentiation we are decreasing the power, so here we have to increase one power, so it will be 3. And now current power जो रहेगा उसको हम divide करेंगे, because in differentiation we are multiplying, so here we have to divide by 3. Okay, now what we have to do now, after that in differentiation what we have to do after doing this, मतलब power हमने सामने लिया and then we are just differentiating this part also. Okay, so what we'll get, 7 हमें मिलेगा, 7x when we'll differentiate 7x we'll get 7, and when we'll differentiate minus 2 we'll get 0. So similarly here in that case we have to multiply 7. When we are doing differentiation we have to multiply by 7, because we after differentiating this one we'll get 7. So here we have to divide it by 7. Okay, so 1 upon 7. So what will be the value? So and plus c we have to write because we are doing integration. So always remember you have to write, we have to add c because there must be some constant, because constant को जब भी हम differentiate करते हैं we'll get 0. So integration के case में for 0 we have to we should take some constant, that's why always remember you have to whenever you are integration, when you are doing integration, when you are finding some integral of any function with respect to x, that time just write plus c, always keep a constant. Okay, so for this what will be the value, 7x minus 2 to the power 3 divided by 7 3s are 21 plus c. So this will be the value. Okay, we have a question, we have to evaluate this function. This is a function of t. Okay, so this is a function of t and we have to find out the integral of this function with respect to t. So if let this just consider this as fx and consider this as gx. Okay, so in case of fx plus gx, and when we have to find out the integral of a function fx plus gx with respect to x, so what we are doing, we are just integrating fx with respect to x and gx with respect to x. Okay, so here this is t, so these are the ft is the function of t and gt is the function of t. So what we have to find out, ft plus gt, integral of ft plus gt with respect to t. So इसका वैल्यू क्या होगा, then ft क्या लिखते हैं, ft with respect to t and gt with respect to t. So here ft is 11 minus t upon 3 to the power 7. Okay, with respect to t, plus 4t plus 5 to the power 4 with respect to t. Now we have to find out, we have to integrate this. When we have a function to the power x, so what we are doing, क्या रहता है, if x का power is 7, what we are doing, x का power is n, what we are doing, we have to in differentiation we have to subtract one power, so in integration we have to add. Okay, so first of all 11 minus t divided by 3 to the power 7 जो है वो हो जाएगा 8. Okay, and we have to divide it by 8. Okay, now again we have to, this part also we have to do. Okay, so while differentiating, what we'll get, minus 1 upon 3, because 11, when we'll differentiate 11 we'll get 0, and when we'll differentiate minus t upon 3 we'll get minus 1 upon 3. Okay, so here, so in that case we have to multiply minus 1 upon t with the जो भी rest बचेगा उससे we have to multiply minus 1 upon t, but here we have to divide minus 1 upon t. So minus 1 minus 3, we have to divide something with minus 1 upon 3. So here, it means we have to multiply with minus 3. So now we'll multiply this with minus 3. Okay? So this is for this one. Now addition plus. Now for this one we'll do. So while integrating this something, x to the power 4, what we'll get, x to the power 5. Okay, 4t plus 5 का पावर जो होगा, we'll increase one power and then we'll divide by the power जो रहेगा current वो. So it will be 5 and we'll divide it by 5. Now we have to differentiate this 4t plus 5. इसको differentiate करेंगे. So what we'll get after differentiating, we'll get 4t को when we'll differentiate with respect to t we'll get 4, and 5 को when we'll differentiate we'll get 0. So what in that case we have to multiply with 4, because 4t plus 5 के लिए we'll get 4. Okay, we'll get the value 4 because 4t के लिए we'll get when we'll differentiate 4t with respect to t we'll get 4. So we have to multiply with 4. But in case of differentiation, na, but here what we have to do, if in that case we have to multiply with 4, so in this case in integration we have to divide it by 4. So 1 upon 4. Okay, and plus c. Okay, so we have another question. Evaluate this function with respect to dx, with respect to x. So we have to find out the integral of this function, 1 upon 6x plus 5 to the power 4 minus 1 upon 8 minus 3x to the power 9. Okay, so this we have to find out the integral of this function with respect to x. Okay, so if fx minus, we have to find out the integral of fx minus gx to the with respect to x. What we have to do, what we are doing basically, we'll separate it. We'll find the integral of fx with respect to x minus we'll find the gx with respect to x, integral of gx with respect to x. So it will be 1 upon 6x plus 5 to the power 4 with respect to x minus integral of 8 minus 3x to the power 9 with respect to x. Okay, so we can write this like this. This is 1 upon 6x plus 5 to the power 4. So can we write like this, 6x plus 5 to the power minus 4, because it is in denominator and we'll keep in numerator, then power will be minus 4. So dx, and minus again 8 minus 3x to the power minus 9. Again the same thing we are doing here. Now we got this fx and gx, and now we have to find out the integrals with respect to x. So what will be the value when we are differentiating this, power minus 4 है, so what value will get, 1 हम subtract करते हैं, so it will be minus 5, but here in this case we have to add 1, so the power will be 6x plus 5 and power will be minus 3. Okay, now we have to divide it by minus 3. Okay, so minus 3 से हम divide करेंगे. Now we have to, again this part we have to differentiate. When we are differentiating we have to differentiate 6x plus 5 के लिए, when we'll differentiate 6x plus 5, what we'll get, 6. So we'll multiply the, जो भी result आता है उसको हम 6 से multiply करते हैं. In case of differentiation, so here we'll divide it by 6. So 1 upon 6. Okay, now minus, now for this one we'll do, here the power is minus 9. So differentiation के लिए we'll subtract 1, तो वो minus 10 होगा. But in case of integration, here we have to do integration. So in this case we have to add 1, power 1 add करेंगे. So it will become 8 minus 3x to the power minus 9 plus 1 क्या होगा, minus 8. Okay, now इसके लिए भी we have to find out the value. differentiation में हम क्या मिलेगा, minus 3, because x के साथ जो स्केलर वैल्यू है that is minus 3. सो नाउ द जो भी रिजल्टेंट रहता है उसको हमें -3 से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. तो इन दिस केस वी हैव टू डिवाइड बाय -3. ओके, नाउ in both the cases what we are doing, sorry यहाँ पे we have, yes, अच्छा, one more thing we just left here, -8 is the power, so we have to divide it by -8. okay, -8 से हम divide भी करेंगे. okay, now what will happen, this minus minus become plus. okay, so ये minus रहेगा and so minus 6x plus 5 to the power -3 divided by 6 3s are 18, and ये minus, because this minus minus plus हो जाएगा, and मतलब 8 minus 3x to the power -8 divided by 8 3s are 24. okay, and plus c, so यहाँ पे plus c will write, और simplify we can do, simplify कर सकते हैं और भी, -1/18 multiplied by या फिर we can write like this, -1/18 into 6x plus 5. okay, and यहाँ पे minus 1/24 into 8 minus 3x to the power 8. okay, ये है, यहाँ पे होगा 3 because -3 है तो it will be 3, and ये -8 it will be 8, and so this will be the answer. okay, so this will be the resultant what we'll get after integrating this one. okay,
Next question we have.
We have to integrate this one, 1 upon root under x plus root under square root of x minus 2 with respect to x. So we have to find out the integral of 1 upon square root of x plus square root of x minus 2 with respect to x. okay, so what is this? Basically 1 upon root under x plus root under x minus 2 with respect to x we have to find. okay, now what we'll do, हम basically what we'll do, if we multiply this by minus x square root of x minus square root of x minus 2, and we'll divide it by the same thing. So we can do this because if we are multiplying this by something and divide this by something, there will be no change. So but it will be useful for us because in denominator we cannot, it will be when we multiply this in denominator there will be a scalar number, there will be a real number, square root में नहीं रहेगा. okay, so it will be square root of x minus square root of x minus 2 divided by, when we'll multiply this, a plus b into a minus b, it will be a square plus a square minus b square, so it will be x and this will be x minus 2. ठीक है, with respect to x. okay, now square root of x minus square root of x minus 2 divided by x minus x minus x minus minus plus 2. okay, with respect to x, cancel, so it will be 2. So 1 upon 2 is there, so that is a scalar number we can write here. okay, now we have to find out the square root, we have to find out this one, x square root of x means x to the power 1 upon 2 and minus x minus 2 to the power 1 upon 2 and dx. okay, this one we have to find out. So what we'll do, this is 1 upon 2, now integration of x to the power 1 upon 2 with respect to x minus, this is minus, and x to the x minus 2 to the power 1 upon 2 with respect to x. ठीक है, ये हमें फाइंड आउट करना है. So 1 upon 2 तो as it is रहेगा. Now we have to integrate this. So after differentiating x to the power 1 upon 2, तो minus करते हैं हम. So here we have to add. So x to the power minus x to the power 1 upon 2 plus 1, that will be 3 root x to the power 3 upon 2. Okay, and we'll divide it by the same. So 3 upon 2. 3 upon 2 matlab divided by 3 upon 2 matlab we'll multiply this by 2 upon 3. Okay, now minus x minus 2 to the power 1 plus 1 upon 2. It means we have to add one power. So क्या होगा, x minus 2 to the power 3 upon 2 and we'll divide it by 3 upon 2. तो मतलब divide it by 3 upon 2 means we can multiply this by 2 upon 3. Okay, ये कर सकते हैं. Now again we have to differentiate this one, integrate this one also. Okay, so x minus 2 differentiate करेंगे तो we'll get 1. So integrate करेंगे we'll divide by 1. There will be no change. Okay, so and plus c. Okay, so what value we'll get when we'll multiply this by both this thing by 1 upon 2, this 2 will be cancelled. So it will be x to the power root 3 upon 2, x to the power 3 upon 2 divided by 3, because 2 cancel, and again 2 cancel हो जाएगा because here they are multiplying by 2 and we have to multiply by 1 upon 2. So it will be, there will be no 2 here, मतलब cancel हो जाएगा now. So it will be x minus 2 to the power 3 upon 2 and divided by 3. Okay, plus c. So this will be the value. When we are integrating this function, we have to find out the integral of this function with respect to x. We'll get this value. I hope you understood the concept. I hope you understood the sums. For any query, any doubt, please comment. Do like, share and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you.